What if this really was Ethan Hunt's final mission? After nearly 30 years, countless disguises, death-defying stunts, and running, yes, always running, Tom Cruise may be hanging up the most iconic spy goggles in cinema history. But Mission Impossible. The Final Reckoning isn't just another blockbuster. It's emotional, it's explosive, and it might just be the most personal entry in the entire franchise. Today, we're unpacking everything, from callbacks to the 1996 classic, to behind-the-scenes secrets, to what this movie really says about the future of the IMF, and whether Ethan Hunt is truly gone for good. Stick around, because what you're about to hear is your mission, should you choose to accept it. Hey everyone, welcome back to Ultimate Nerd Zone, where we break down your favorite franchises with style, theory, and full nerd energy. Today, we're talking about Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, directed once again by Christopher McQuarrie, and starring, of course, Tom Cruise, who literally risked his life, again, to bring this movie to theaters. After the events of Dead Reckoning, the story picks up just 2 months later. The Entity, a rogue, all-powerful AI, is still out there. And Ethan Hunt? He's still on the run, still fighting to protect a world that's hunting him. But this time, things feel different. Because this isn't just another mission. This is the culmination of everything. Let's start with what everyone talks about when it comes to Mission Impossible, the stunts. And yes, Tom Cruise did it again. That jaw-dropping biplane sequence, 100% real. Cruise stood on the wing of a vintage plane, flying at over 140 miles per hour, 8,000 feet in the air. No green screen, no doubles, just pure madness. And he trained for it for over a year and a half, learning how to wing walk, fly in extreme conditions, and endure the brutal wind pressure at altitude. There were special camera rigs to catch every angle. And even then, he could only last 12 minutes per take because of oxygen loss. In a time where CGI dominates action films, Cruise proves again why this franchise still feels real. And it's not just him. Hayley Atwell, who plays Grace, performed a gritty fight sequence in London while 8.5 months pregnant. You heard that right. Her dedication, training with Olympic-level martial arts experts, shows just how much heart this cast poured into the film. This movie doesn't just go big, it goes deep. One of the core themes here is Ethan's refusal to sacrifice the few for the many. It's a dilemma we've seen before, but in The Final Reckoning, it hits harder than ever. We see the emotional toll of his decisions, his guilt, his humanity. And then there's Luther's sacrifice. Yeah, that moment? Devastating. Luther, played by Ving Rhames since the beginning, finally lays down his life to help Ethan trap the Entity using a 5D quantum prism. It's not just action for action's sake. There's heart, regret, and legacy. Meanwhile, Benji, the lovable tech guy played by Pegg, finally steps into a leadership role. With Ethan gone, he's now the de facto head of the team. Something we see teased during the Arctic mission when Ethan says, "You lead." And Benji does, successfully. Loving these details? Then hit that like button and subscribe to Ultimate Nerd Zone for more breakdowns of the movies you love. And drop a comment. Do you think Ethan will return in Mission Impossible 9? Because we've still got a lot to unpack. The Final Reckoning is soaked in nostalgia. But it's not just lazy fan service. It's smart, meaningful storytelling. We get a major callback to the very first movie with William Donlow, the CIA analyst who got drugged during that iconic Langley heist. Remember the guy hanging from the ceiling? That was Ethan sneaking past Donlow. Now, almost 30 years later, Donlow's back, exiled to Alaska, but playing a vital role in the climax. And then there's Briggs, a new character who we learn is actually the son of Jim Phelps, the original villain from MI1. That adds a whole new layer of tension between him and Ethan. It's personal. It's legacy versus legacy.
Morning, Mr. Phelps. I'm not the only one to see it.
And it all ties into a surprising revelation. The rabbit's foot from MI3? Turns out it was the origin of the entity. Yep, that mysterious MacGuffin finally gets a purpose. It was an early AI prototype. Mind blown. At the end of the line, Ethan Hunt doesn't die. He doesn't retire. He simply disappears. With the entity finally trapped inside the 5D prism, Ethan vanishes, slipping into the shadows to keep it safe. Not as a fugitive, not as a hero, just as Ethan Hunt doing what he's always done, protecting the world from the impossible. But this time, there's no parade, no grand finale, just silence and purpose. He knows the world no longer trusts him, and maybe it never fully did, but that's never been what mattered to him. And then we hear Luther's voice, one final message: the world still needs you. It hits you because it's not just about Ethan, it's about Tom Cruise. It's about us, the fans, who followed this journey for nearly 3 decades. It's a farewell that's quiet, powerful, and full of meaning. And even if this was the last time we see Ethan Hunt, he didn't just finish the mission, he became the mission. So will there be more Mission Impossible officially? No. Realistically? Come on, this is Hollywood. Tom Cruise has said he'd love to play Ethan Hunt until he's 80, like Harrison Ford with Indiana Jones. And the final reckoning definitely leaves the door open. But right now, Cruise is working on Top Gun 3, Days of Thunder 2, and even an untitled project with Alejandro Iñárritu. And there are no confirmed spin-offs, no MI9 on the schedule. But Paramount won't let this billion-dollar IP stay quiet for long. If the box office performs well, and early numbers are promising, they might back up the money truck for Cruise's return. The real question is, can the franchise continue without Ethan Hunt? Maybe. Characters like Grace, Benji, and Degas have potential. But let's be honest, there's only one Tom Cruise, and we all know the world still needs Ethan Hunt. So, was the final reckoning the goodbye Ethan Hunt truly deserved? Or do you think he's just taking a breather before the next impossible mission? I want to hear from you. Drop your theories and reactions down in the comments. Let's talk all things Mission Impossible. And hey, if you liked this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps more than you think. Make sure to subscribe to Ultimate Nerd Zone for more epic breakdowns, behind-the-scenes secrets, and everything that makes us nerd out. And ring that notification bell so you never miss your next mission. Thanks for watching, and remember, this message will not self-destruct. I'll see you in the next video.
I need you to trust me. One last time.